I've shot everything from budget beaters to full-blown custom 2011s, but some of these new factory pistols feel like they came tuned from the factory floor. When I say competition-ready, I'm talking optics-ready slides, crisp triggers, flared mag wells, and everything you need to run USPSA, IPSC, or 3-gun straight out of the box. What's up, everyone? This is Scott from Line45, and today I'm breaking down the 10 best factory handguns that'll let you hit the ground running on the competition circuit. No mods, no waiting, just load up and send it. Before anything else, let me do this quick plug. Hit the like and subscribe buttons, all the buttons that you can see below. Don't forget to leave a comment, too. I know it feels like a hassle, but those things help my channel a lot. Now let's get back to the good stuff. Beretta 92 XI Tactical. You see, I've been shooting Berettas long enough to remember when folks used to say the 92 series was only good for military contracts and range rentals. But let me tell you, when the 92 XI Tactical came through my hands, Beretta proved they've still got plenty of fight left in them. This isn't some rehashed service pistol with a rail slapped on. This is a pistol that feels like it was made for the shot timer and the winner's circle. Beretta did what a lot of us had asked for. They gave us a single-action-only 92 with a frame-mounted safety and a crisp, flat-faced Extreme S trigger. No more long double-action first pull, just a clean, consistent break and a short reset that makes controlled doubles almost too easy. When I ran it in a local match, I was punching sub-.20 splits without even trying. That trigger's no joke. The 5.1-inch threaded barrel adds a bit of front-end weight, which helps it stay flatter in recoil, and it's ready to run a comp or can. It's optic-ready too, and the suppressor height sights are properly aligned to co-witness with most red dots I've tested, including a Wesson 507C. Mounting was straightforward, and once dialed in, the dot tracked beautifully through recoil. Ergonomically, the Vertec grip is slimmer and more vertical than the classic M9 profile, which suits me better and gives me a more natural point of aim. The extended beaver tail and aggressive grip texture keep your hand locked in, even during fast reloads or sweaty summer matches. The weight comes in around 33.3 ounces, which feels just right. It's planted, but not sluggish. Its MSRP lands around $1,000, and frankly, that's a bargain for a match-capable, all-metal, optics-ready pistol with this much polish. I've run everything from Glocks to Staccatos in competition, and I'd trust the 92 XI Tactical to hold its own any day of the week. If you've ever wished Beretta would modernize the 92 for real-world competition use, this is the one you should pick. Walther PDP Steel Frame. I've always respected Walther for their legacy, which is German engineering with real-world practicality. From the old PPKs to the Q5 match, they've always built guns that feel like they were meant to be used, not just admired. So when I finally got my hands on the Walther PDP Steel Frame, I knew this wasn't just another fancy box checker. This thing is heavy, fast, and built to fight its way through a match, or hell, even a full-blown collapse if it came to that. The first thing that hits you is the weight. That machined steel frame tips the scale at just over 41 ounces, and it ain't there for show. That added mass eats recoil and keeps the muzzle flat as a prairie horizon when you're burning through stages. It's chambered in 9mm with a 5-inch barrel and 1-in-9 twist, which means it'll run just about any bullet weight I feed it, from cheap 115s to heavy 147s I've stashed away. Walther fits it the dynamic performance trigger, and I'll be honest, it's one of the cleanest striker-fired pulls I've ever felt. Flat face, crisp wall, short reset, it's made for speed, but it doesn't sacrifice control. Now, Walther's red dot ergonomic system is no gimmick either. The optic cut is deep, so my Wesson 507C rides low and tracks naturally. No chin tuck, no weird grip angle, just point, press, and move. And it ships with 3 mags, 2 20-rounders and 1 18, with aluminum base plates that feed smoothly every time. Reloads are a breeze too, thanks to the slightly flared magwell and the grippy performance duty texture on the wraparound panels. And if I want to throw on a light or add some weight, the full-length pick rail up front has me covered. MSRP's around $1,899, but this isn't a gun you buy and start upgrading. This is one of the rare ones where Walther already did the work. Just load it, zero your dot, and go win something. or keep it ready for when things go sideways. Either way, it'll be ready. Staccato HDP4. I've always had a soft spot for steel frame pistols that can take a beating and still run like a sewing machine. That's exactly why the Staccato HDP4 caught my eye this year, and after putting some serious rounds through it, I can tell you right now, this isn't just some fancy toy for range day bragging rights. This thing is a purpose-built machine made for high-pressure competition, or frankly, any applicable situation. The frame is 4,140 steel, not aluminum, not polymer, and you feel that solid 32-ounce weight the moment you draw. Paired with a 4-inch bull barrel, this thing stays dead flat in recoil. It's that forward barrel mass and tight fit that gives you rock-solid control for fast splits. It's chambered in 9mm, and the gun eats everything I've fed it. 115Ss, 124Ss, even some of my hotter hand loads without a hiccup. That single-action hammer-fired trigger is tuned crisp at around 4 to 4.5 pounds, and it breaks clean like a glass rod. For me, it's the kind of trigger you don't have to think about. It just goes. Now here's what blew my mind. It takes Glock pattern magazines. Yeah, you read that right. This 2011-style steel gun runs on 18-round Mech-Gar Glock mags, which is a huge win if you're like me and already knee-deep in Glock gear. And the controls, fully ambidextrous. Doesn't matter if you're shooting the weak side or swapping hands mid-drill, you are covered. It's also set up with Staccato's host optic system, so you can mount your dot directly to the slide, thus, no need for goofy plates or extra height. There's no grip safety to slow you down either. It's replaced with an internal mechanical firing pin block, keeping it safe without messing with your grip. Its MSRP sits at $2,499, and while that ain't cheap, you're buying a tank in competition clothing. It's precise, reliable, and hell, it's built like it could outlive me in any shootout. Tanfoglio Stock 2. Optics ready. I've been dealing with Tanfoglio pistols for years, and if there's one thing I tell folks when they ask about the Stock 2 optics ready, it's this. This isn't just a race gun with a red dot cut. It's one of those rare pistols where the craftsmanship, weight, and performance all come together so well that you can feel it the moment you rack the slide. I've had customers walk out with one on Saturday and shoot a podium finish by Sunday, no aftermarket tuning needed. And I've run a Stock 2 or myself in a few USPSA matches. It's a gun that feels like it wants to win. This pistol is all steel, none of that lightweight polymer or aluminum business, and it shows in the weight. At 43 ounces unloaded, it's hefty, but that's what you want for fast, flat shooting. The 4.45-inch barrel is polygonally rifled, which helps with both accuracy and barrel life. The fit between the slide and frame is snug, and the action cycles like a well-oiled machine. I ran mine with 124 grain reloads, and the thing just ate them up, group after group. The double-action/single-action trigger is one of the cleanest factory setups I've felt in this class. The double action is smooth, no grit, no stack, and the single action breaks crisp with a short reset. You get ambidextrous safeties, extended controls, and checkering on the front and back straps that keep your grip planted, even in sweaty, fast-paced stages. What sets the Optics Ready model apart is its direct mount system that supports everything from Trijicon SRO to Holosun 507C. It mounts low, locks up tight, and tracks flat through recoil. The firing pin block safety replaces the grip safety, which is a huge plus for shooters who want a clean, uninterrupted draw stroke. Price-wise, you're looking at an MSRP of around $2,300, though most shops, including mine, move it closer to $1,600 to $1,700 depending on the day. For a factory gun this refined, you're getting a hell of a deal. It's a serious shooter's pistol, plain and simple. CZ Racing Green. When you've been behind the counter or the trigger as long as I have, you start to recognize the pistols that are built to just move off the shelf. And the CZ Racing Green doesn't sit around long. The first time I unboxed it, I remember thinking, this isn't just another CZ. This is the kind of pistol that's born for the match circuit. And after putting about 300 rounds through one myself during a Steel Challenge event, I'll tell you straight, it's a damn thoroughbred in a field full of weekend ponies. This gun has presence, which isn't surprising since it's 49 ounces of full steel, balanced just right so it doesn't feel like a boat anchor. The added weight works with you, not against you, soaking up recoil and keeping that 5.23-inch cold hammer-forged barrel steady on target. Follow-up shots are butter smooth, and that long sight radius with the fiber optic front sight makes fast transitions feel natural. CZ knows how to tune these things. The single-action trigger is one of the best factory setups I've run. It breaks cleanly at just over 2 pounds, and the reset is quick and tactile. Whether you're pushing through a course or holding a tight group at 25 yards, that trigger just delivers. The green anodized aluminum grips aren't just flash, they lock your hand in tight, and the integrated thumb rest adds real value when you're running hard. Controls are built for the competitor. The oversized mag release is easy to smack on the move, and the flat slide stop stays out of the way, but is right where you want it when you need it. It's not optics ready, but that's by design. It's built for IPSC standard division, where irons still rule. MSRP hovers around $2,055, and I've sold a few to shooters who have shelved their tricked-out 1911s for this. It's ready to run right out of the box, no tuning required. You just load mags, holster up, and go to work. CZ didn't cut corners. They built this one for people who live on the timer. CZ Shadow 2 Target. When CZ rolled out the Shadow 2 Target last 2024, I knew right away this wasn't just a mild upgrade, it was a whole different beast. The first time I ran the 6-inch model through a slow-fire precision drill at 25 yards, I had to stop and double-check because it was stacking rounds like I had just tuned it myself. That's not marketing fluff. CZ really built this thing for the serious marksman who wants a factory gun that shoots like a full custom build. The Shadow 2 Target comes in 2 flavors, a 4.89-inch and a 5.89-inch barrel, and both are cold hammer-forged and hand-fitted right at the factory. The barrel crown is cut deep and clean, protected for serious bullseye work, and I'll be honest, the 6-inch version is the flattest shooting CZ I've ever handled. The extra sight radius gives you the kind of target acquisition that's tailor-made for one-handed precision or deliberate match work. Now let's talk about its trigger. It's single action only, and not just crisp, but tunable. You can adjust take-up, over-travel, and pull weight from around 1.3 to 3.8 pounds, which is insane for a factory gun. The 5-position trigger shoe means you can dial in your exact reach and break. It's not just nice, it's necessary when you're shooting for tenths of inches. The LPA rear sight is fully adjustable, and CZ ships it with 2 front sight blades, so you can fine-tune your sight picture depending on your match. The ergonomics is certainly top-notch. The undercut trigger guard, checkered front and back strap, and those grippy G10 panels make the gun feel glued to your palm. They even drilled the dust cover to accept frame weights so you can balance it out exactly how you want. At around $2,500 for the 5-inch and $2,600 for the 6-inch, it ain't cheap, but you're not buying a toy. You're getting a factory-built, match-winning pistol that feels like it was made just for your hand. And in 2025, that kind of out-of-the-box performance is rare.